Good evening and welcome to Season 14 of Next Gen. This is the Group A1s. We're here at Bathurst. There's Jack on the side of the road. We have 13 drivers so far, potentially 14 in a little bit. Jamie WRX, we have NGR Lee, Scooby G, Fraser, Tim 78, maybe it's Johnny, someone, Jack has... disconnected. Hopefully someone's got him another invite back into the session. Tim Webby to Johnny, Liner Greasby the Les, One High Mofo, Whitford 0, D Whitehouse 7, and NGR Royston. See Jack and potentially Adam Morris will also be to come. So whilst I go around Bathurst, lovely little circuit. I say little, quite a big circuit. And as Jamie goes down the Conrod straight towards the chase. And Jack rejoins the session, which is good news. Apparently he had controller as the primary instead of the wheel. Obviously Project Cars doesn't let you change on the fly, pain in the butt. Scooby G is currently in third place. Well, actually third place on the standings on the leaderboard. There's Fraser. He's coming down towards the Academy Park and Skyline. So look actually at some standings whilst they're going out. Hopefully if it loads up. So, after Donington National, we have Jamie WRX who leads on 50 points, followed by Jack TM53 Synopsis on 42, joint with the Les. Scooby G's on 39, Whitford 0 on 37. NGR Lee, who's had a bit of a tough start in race number 2, after disconnecting at Bannock Bray, as IL Tell joined. He's on 31. One High Mofo on 25, Slider Gas 28, 22. Adam Morris 21, D Whitehouse 7, 21. In 11th, we have web user Johnny on 17, Royston on 16, Liner Greasby 15, Cam on 13, Fraser 11, F124YS on 10, Tim 78 also on 10, Mikey RK13 on 6, and Envoy Extreme on 2. I don't get why Mikey has did not race next to his name, because he did race, I remember seeing him. So, Mount Panorama. It's been around since 1938. And the only change that's been made to this track as we get to the first few times in there is Jamie with the first proper time of 2:17.3. Yeah, the only change that's been made to Bathurst has been the chase section at the end of the circuit. That was added in 1987, making the circuit 3.861 miles long. We're here tonight in the Sierra Cosworth, a phenomenal little car. Say little, it's a very Larry car. And John Lee currently second with a 217.3. There's one home mofo. We've got anyone starting a lap in a minute. Let's have a look. Maybe Johnny, like Greasby, Royston. I think Jack's a good bet. We'll go on the roof of Jack then for a lap of Bathurst. 9 minutes 15 to go in qualifying. So we come across the line and we hit the brakes into Hell Corner. A very sharp 90-degree bend. You do not want to run wide. You lose a lot of time. Trying to get on the power as early as you can. A little bit of curb. Down the mountain straight we go. Over the crest. Very long straight. 150 miles an hour down here. Hit the brakes into Quarry Bend, a very long right hander, very cambered in, so you can carry a lot of pace, a little bit of drifting on the exit. Down towards the cutting, a flick left into an acute hairpin left. Hit the brakes as you're turning through the left, back on the throttle and back on the brakes from Jack. Again, throttle on the exit, through Griffin's Mount, flat right, up into Reed Park, a little bit of a lift and brake to make sure you get the front end in, very difficult corner. Through the left, as we head down to Solman Park. Through Solman we go again, a bit of brake because I don't want to hit the wall on the outside. Down to McPhillamy Park. Again, just lifting, confidence lifting, make sure the car turns in. Down towards Skylight, very easy to get wrong. You hit the brakes, turn in. Oh, Jack, not the right angle through there. And it messes up all the way through the S's then. And this is not going to be a quick lap. Out of that, through the right, left, right, into the Forest Sailboat. Bit of locking up action going into that, I think. Very hard to stop the car. Down the Conrod straight we go then. Whoever that is, gets out of the way. Very good job by him. Up the hill. Through the right hand, flat right hand and out. And into the chase. Long 90-degree left-hander into a near flat right. Someone's ghosted there, which is interesting. Hit the brakes into Murray's. For the final corner, Jack's gone a little bit deep. Get away with it though. Up to the line, he's pushed really hard on that lap. Across the line, 2:17.4. He's lost time trying to overdrive the car there. Got 6 tenths to make up as Jamie's done a 2:16.8. Fantastic time. Scooby G and John Lee. And this one of Scooby's favourite cars. Winford Zero should be a car he's comfortable in. If you are watching, do send in a comment during the race. It's always good to see what other people see and what they think as Whitford comes into the chase for his current lap. I think there's one high mofo behind who's just spun the car. Where is high mofo in here? Oh no, it's just ahead. No, of course, that doesn't show you who's actually in front and behind. Across the line then for Whitford Zero. Doesn't go quicker. Nice, just going through the S's. Oh, a big twitch. Webby's a Johnny ahead of him. As they go down the Conrod Straight for their current laps, I'll tell. Coming out of the chase for his first flying lap, I assume. Down. Up to the line goes ILTL. What can he do? Nothing on that one. I think he's going to have to... that might be his first lap. He's starting now. And there's cross line. He's in 8th place at the moment with 0 in 6th. One High Mofo really having a good run here. He does like this series, One High Mofo. He does enjoy it. Jack still on a 2:17.4. There's John Lee. We've got 3 minutes and 50 to go. And John Lee has spun. That's the end. Well, he might actually get one more if he gets out quick. He is getting out quick. Half a second away from this man. Jamie WRX is having a stellar run at the moment in qualifying. But obviously qualifying is not where you make your points. You can only get 1 in qualifying for that pole position. So you may actually get that, but you may get that bonus point. He's got 1/10 in hand over Scooby G. Whifford crosses the line, puts it 6th quickest. Down to Ori Bend. Which goes into left hand up. See, starting to get to night mode. This does actually go to night time. So if it keeps drifting through. Here comes Jamie WRX down the Conrod Straight. Into the chase as it gets dark. Have a run actually with Jamie WX on board in the cockpit. So across into Hell Corner. This is what we see at night time. Down the mountain straight he comes. With Jamie's best finish at Bathurst, a 4th last season. He's entered 2 Bathurst races as we go into Quarry Bend. Flashlights to say, I'm on a hot lap, get out of the way. Good driving by whoever that is. Into the cutting. Through the next right-hander. To Reed, down the hill towards Solomon Park. Look at the car, looking to get out of shape. Scooby G happy with his 2nd place, I think, at the moment as we head down towards late apex, down towards Skyline. Into the S's. Oh, and a car spin. I think that's Jack. Jack's gone round, I think. Down into Farah's elbow. Gets it stopped, gets it turning quite nicely on the power. And down the Conrod Straight for what will be Jamie's final attempt here at qualifying. He's down by 1.4 seconds. Look how beautiful this track is in the dark, though. Through the flick right, into the chase we come. Iotao has disconnected. He will not be racing at Bathurst. Down to Murray's corner. And up to the line. And as suspected, that was not a quicker lap from Jamie there. And Charlie coming down towards the chase. Down to Murray's for his final lap. Cross the line. He does go quicker, but doesn't improve on his position. That's 2:17.1. Very close to that 2:16 mark. Here comes Whitford. What can he do? Currently on a 2:18.3. Doesn't look like he goes any quicker. So your starting grid for Bathurst. Jamie WRX takes pole position from Scooby G, NGR Lee, Jack TM53 Synopsis, One High Mofo, Whitford 0, NGR Fraser, The Les, D Whitehouse 7, Royston, Web User Johnny, Lionel Griesby, Tim 78 did not put in a qualifying time. That is your 13 runners tonight at Bathurst. I would imagine Jack spinning coming through the S's for Jamie probably didn't help his final lap there. I'd say that probably did cost him time. As we get ready then, it might be daytime now, but it's going to get dark as we have 3 red lights and we are green down under. Who's got the best start? Scooby's had a horrible start. Jack into the back of him, lost a bit of time. Scooby though gets a great second fate into the lead. And Lee down the inside of Jamie as we head down towards the mountain straight for the first time. Down over the crest we come. Lee into second. Jamie still in third. Whitford has passed Jack. Jack's round. Jack's round. So other than Jack going round, we're clean getaway. Tim is up into 7th place. That's a cracking effort from that man. As we head up towards the cutting for the first time. Scooby G still leads from Lee right on his tail. There's Jamie WRX in 3rd, Whitford in 4th, One High Mofo is in 5th. NGR Fraser into 6th. Tim, great start by him, he's up into 7th. D Whitehouse 7 in 8th. Royston 9th. Web User Johnny is in 10th from Lionel Griesby. Jack back up into 12th already. There's the Les. I'm guessing the Les may have actually slowed down and potentially caused the incident, but still a long way to go. 11 laps around this mountain circuit. Through the S's for the first time. Lee a little bit sideways through the forest elbow. That could give Jamie an opportunity down towards the Conrod straight and towards the chase. Up over the hill, Jamie with a slipstream, should be going quicker. Yeah, about 3-4 mile an hour actually. Hit the brakes into the chase, no way through for Jamie this time around. Lee a little bit sideways, but a good exit speed actually because he squared the corner up on that occasion. Although, Jamie's had a great second phase and he's down the inside at Murray's corner. Who's on the power earlier? It's going to be Jamie because Lee on the curb will not have as good a traction. Here comes Whitford. Lee struggling at the moment at the end of the lap. Here comes Whitford down the outside. Runs a bit deep. He's going to go onto the curbing, and that is one high mofo. Nearly round, a cracking save from the man in fifth place. Whitford right on the tail of Lee though, coming down the mountain straight. Jack has had an unbelievable run. He's back into 7th already. And to be honest, only a couple of seconds away from Fraser. Back at the front though, and there's still line astern. There's one high mofo. Fraser into the cutting. Here comes Jack. He is pushing that thing into the cutting. Up through Griffin's Mount and Reed Park we go. Meanwhile, Liner Greasby and Wave User Johnny are having a bit of a battle at the moment. Liner Greasby on a controller. He's sticking with Johnny coming out of Reed Park down through Solman. Oh, both of them into the wall. That could have been Liner Greasy's chance. It's not quite paid off though because he's gone into the wall. Oh, that is the Les who slowed right down into Skyline, and Jack has passed Fraser. I think Fraser may have made a mistake through the S's, giving him where is Fraser? Yes, he is. Yeah, Fraser spun actually through the S's there. That's what's put him down into 12th. Jack now into 6th place, although he's got a long road ahead of him to get to one high mofo. That's not going to be easy, but it is possible with only being on lap number 2. Liner Greasby though still on the tail of web user Johnny. This now for 8th place. 3 of them. And in the background you can see D Whitehouse 7 looking to get on the tail of this action. Up into the chase. Liner Greasby just out braking himself into, and almost into D Whitehouse 7 on the return on entry. The Les has gone through. Fraser and D Whitehouse 7 have both gone through. D Whitehouse 7 up into 8th. Unlucky that for Liner Greasby. He will need to wait up for Johnny though. Meanwhile at the front, the gap is very close because Scooby G has been called by Jamie WRX as they head up towards Reed Park into Solman. Over the hill into Solman we go. Scooby G actually quite quick through this first section out of the mountain. Jack has passed one high mofo. Someone has retired. It's NGR Lee. A disconnection maybe. But that puts Whitford 0 into 3rd, and again one of the favourites really for this title is NGR Lee, and he's going to be the second non-point scoring round he's got. Jamie into the wall at the Forest elbow, losing the back end over the crest as is per normal. Even the best drivers make that mistake. But it means Jack from the back is now up into 4th place. I don't know what's happened to Lee then. Be interesting to find out. Through the flick right into the chase. There's the Les. Maybe it's Johnny. The Les, I think the Les is spun. That's D Whitehouse 7 at the top of the Skyline going really slowly. I don't know what's going on. Jack's disconnected. No good at all. Scooby G Actually being hounded by Jamie. Down into Quarry. Side-by-side action. Jamie through on the outside. That's a brilliant move, and I don't think Scooby's going to get back at him. Yeah, Scooby's dropped off by about half a second going into the cutting, and Jamie a much better line through it. Should get a better traction. Now I'm going to be really annoying to everyone. I'm going to quickly pause the broadcast to invite our friend Jack. So give me 1 second. So we're back. Jamie still ahead of Scooby G. Hopefully Jack will come in. Oh, Scooby G almost into the bar on the inside and outside. Oh, the forest elbow then. Losing that time. This is the main battle on the track at the moment. There's Royston. Royston having a fantastic race down up into 5th place at the moment. You can have Frazen on him in a minute, but that'll all happen. As it does, but Jamie still leads here on to lap 4 as we head into the sunset. The lights come on, we come across the start-finish line to start lap number 5. Good evening, Mr. Synopsis.
Hello.
That's very unfortunate.
It's not even my fault either, it's the worst thing.
Oh dear.
I don't know what's going on, but that start just lagged out completely, and I suppose that set the tone, which is a bit frustrating. Well, yeah.
To be fair, I will congratulate you on a good drive back through the field, up to 4th before the disconnect.
Yeah, and I felt pretty comfortable as Scooby
Meanwhile,
had another look.
Yeah, Scooby having a good look into Skyline there. Any word on Lee? What happened to Lee? Did he leave, or was that?
He was. Oh, hello. Again, Scooby looking alongside. Scooby was in the lead, I believe.
He was, yes. Jamie passed him around the outside of Quarry Bend, which is go through the first turn, down the long straight, over the hill into the long right-hander. Round the outside of there, Jamie went.
Fantastic. Yeah, Lee was in front of me. He'd made a mistake, but he was still about 3 seconds ahead, and then the next thing I saw was just his car just disappeared. That was it. It seemed he's not the type to leave, so unless something's called him away from.
I guess we'll find out sooner rather than later, as you disconnect from everything again. As we're watching, Jamie still leading as we head into the darkness at Bathurst. This the battle of the race at the moment. DY7 really having a bad one. He's a lap down now, 3 minutes 19 down, I think. Oh no, he's not apparently. Yes, where is DY7 on the track? There he is. I think he is a lap down. He's going very, very slowly. Oh, he's got no lights. Meanwhile, Scooby G making the overtake down the mountain straight. Jamie immediately looking back around the outside of Quarry Bend. He knows he's done this before. He can do it again though. That's good speed from Scooby G on the inside, but Scooby G now returns to the lead. Just catching the tail end of that as we head into the cutting. And Jamie as always, you pass around Quarry Bend, the car behind always goes down about a half a second. And halfway through the race, as we head up to the mountainside section, and D Whitehouse 7 has to be careful now because he's heading through the blind part of the circuit into Skyline. D Whitehouse 7 goes, we're going through McPhillamy Park. Well spotted by D Whitehouse 7. Just not even bothering to continue on until these two are passed. But 1.2 now the gap between Scooby G and Jamie. So maybe, just maybe, Scooby G is quicker in the dark than Jamie. And Scooby G into the car, into the chase. Hopefully we'll get Jack back, because it's always good to hear what his views are during the race. He may be restarting his router though. We've got a yellow flag up at McPhillamy Park. I wonder who that is for. Doesn't look like anyone, to be honest. No one's dropping down the leaderboard. Jack's rejoined the lobby. Hopefully he'll rejoin the party.
Apologies.
Ah, here he is. I'm assuming that's a router restart.
PlayStation restart felt like the better option. Nothing wrong with the router settings I've just checked, so another one of those random disconnects for me, sadly.
Hopefully she will be the only one in the season. It looks like these two are going stealth mode because Scooby didn't have any lights on there. He's not got any lights on at all at the front.
Is Scooby in the lead currently?
Scooby back in the lead. He got it back going down the mountain straight. Oh, Scooby's lights are back on now. You see Jamie flashing his just to let him know your lights aren't on, although I'm sure Scooby G would be aware. Oh, he's into the wall.
It's funny you should mention that, actually. Oh, Jamie's wide, very wide. It's funny you should mention that. If the cars are running in tandem of a night, you can actually run as the car in front, so in Scooby's position with the car's lights behind you. It's Lionel Griesby's fighting off. I think that's the Les, isn't it?
That is the Les. And that's D Whitehouse 7, I think.
Lionel Griesby currently battling for 5th place. That's astonishing.
And I'll tell you what, we'll let this battle conclude a minute because there's another driver I want to show you who's, I think, might actually end up being my driver of the day. As the Les gets past Lionel Griesby.
Is that Royston I can see in 4th place? Wow, what a fantastic drive from
If
Royston.
he stays there, he's getting my driver of the day, I think, because he's been pretty flawless. He's obviously not as quick as the top 3, but that's not what driver of the day is about. No,
of course not. I think, off the top of my head, as Lionel Griesby now battling with Fraser and One High Mofo. Actually, it's One High Mofo who's just in front of him, isn't it?
One High Mofo is behind them.
Yes, sorry, now I've got you. Now the timing screens have updated. My apologies. But this is
Lionel Griesby into the wall.
Lionel Griesby hits the wall.
Gets away with it though.
Let's not forget Lionel Griesby, otherwise known as Matty, is on a controller.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's an understatement to say he's doing a great job.
Also, I'll quickly bring this up with you here. I'm looking through the standings of the Group A1s. And I noticed Mikey RK13 at Donington, he did race there, and I remember it. He's got a DNR next to his name. You might need to get that changed.
That does need to be changed. I noticed that at the time. As Fraser goes to the move, as Matty is on the grass for some reason. But I think he was just letting him through.
Yeah, I think...
He has. He's dropped back a bit.
I think Lion agrees with us. One time Mofo seems to have made a mistake because he's now behind web user Johnny. I think Lion agrees with just kind of thinking, I'm not going to be as quick as him. Let's not waste any time. I want to try and finish as high as I can be. Because with web user Johnny and One High Mofo is only 10 seconds away. If they battle too much, they will lose that time. And the wheel round here is worth a lot of time compared to the controller, especially in these cars.
Someone else has now gone. I don't know if they've retired to the pits, Jordan. I think someone's in the pits. I see a set of lights.
I don't know who that is, though.
It's One High Mofo.
It is One High Mofo. Good spot.
He had a very good start and then seemed to have just dropped away after I sadly disconnected. But
meanwhile, the top two running in stealth mode.
Down the back straights as they do. And Scooby, we know what he's like at Bathurst. We know how quick he is around here. He's won, I believe, he won last season, definitely for certain. He's won it in the past before that. So,
and in the Sierra, which is probably one of his favourite cars.
Jamie's, the odds are against Jamie, but it's not impossible. By no means. He's driven well, and he said in the pre-lobby that he'd done an hour's worth of practice. Because you can tell how much he wants the championship, so...
Yeah,
but he'll want to win. He wants to win round here.
Scooby G, he's entered 8 races at Bathurst in the Group A1s as Jamie goes round into the wall.
Just needs to get the car spun round.
He's got a lot of time.
He has got time to Whitford. And that's the thing, he did well there. He didn't put the revs up too much, because if you do that round here, tyres burn exceptionally hot round here, and it'd have messed up the rest of his race.
The Les is back behind Lionel Greasby, so Lionel Greasby back into 6th. Yeah, a little fact about Scooby G: he's entered Bathurst 8 times, as has yourself. He's had 3 podiums, 2 of which have been wins, compared to your 5 podiums and 2 wins. So obviously you two are the most experienced of the field around Bathurst in these cars.
Yeah, it's definitely certain.
But Scooby looking to make it a 3rd win and 4 podiums out of 9 races, which is quite a good hit ratio, to be fair.
It's a fantastic ratio. Got 2 laps to go after, well, 3 laps to go, including the one that Lionel Greasby is about to go on now. The leaders are already on that. And Jamie has to recollect himself, because he was really pushing hard. You could see how wide he went at this corner at turn 1. He just got on the grass and went off. And the one thing that Jamie cannot do now is push too hard, because he'll spin again. That's the way it is around Bathurst.
And he's got to make sure Whitford definitely finishes behind him, because it will be a waste of a race if he ends up going down to 3rd. But meanwhile,
Les trying to go around the outside. It's right at the back of Lionel Greasby's bumper. You can run that close. You can see how much Lionel Greasby is struggling to get the car turning on the controller. Les getting some really big oversteer. He's going to try and hit the wall. And that's the risk. That's the risk you take trying to overtake it that corner.
The biggest thing for the biggest thing for Lionel Greasby, and you'll know this from, because I you know me, because I'm an experienced pad racer. It's not necessarily hard to turn the car. It's actually just when you turn it. It's very hard to find that consistency of when you turn the car.
It is.
Especially for the cutting, because you're going in as a left-hander, so you're already... Oh, that's an interesting line from Les.
That's it. He's held it very well safe. He's got to do the work again to catch Lionel Greasby now.
And he's running out of time. Yeah, especially through the cutting, because obviously you're already turning left, so you're going to hit the brakes. The back end will naturally want to come out. So yeah, it's a really hard one. It's just knowing when to turn in. If you get that fraction of a second wrong, it goes very wrong.
It does, 100%. You're right, Jordan. These cars are brutal to drive on the controller, and I think Lionel Greasby's doing a stellar job so far. He's still in 6th, and Scooby obviously now just needs to just stroke the car home, really, because he's got a 9-second buffer. Royston is being caught by Fraser, but if he can still finish 5th, I'm right in saying it'd be his best result ever in the Group A1s. I think his best result was 6th back in, I want to say, Season 8.
I will have a look, because I've got it all up on here.
Might be 6th, I'm pretty certain it
NGR Royston, best finish, came in Season 10.
So was it a Silverstone and a BMW?
No, it's got V8 written on here.
Ah, that would have been the Audi.
Oh, is that the Audi V8, is it?
Yes, but Fraser's hit the wall.
Big collision, actually, that for Fraser. It's lost a lot of speed, actually, going out through there. Why don't you... I'm surprised you got V8 written down for it, to be honest, but there we go. No, Season 10, 5th place at Oschersleben for Royston. Is his best result.
Remember that. I do remember that race, actually, off the top of my head now. Yes. That was the eventful race that ended up with Cam 123 Diz up on his roof.
It did, yes. I won't remember it, but I'm going to agree with you anyway. Let's have a look. Line Greasby, there's the Les, still trying to catch. Who's inside? There's Whitford.
Good solid race for Whitford if he can bring down 3rd. He's not done anything wrong, he's just...
Jack, do you want to take us through the rest of Bathurst on a bit of a last lap with Scooby G? So we've already come through...
Scooby's final lap. We come through what is arguably the most difficult balancing act on the throttle. Scooby takes it in 3rd gear as I would, and then he sits at the throttle at the top. That's exactly how I'd do it. Jumps into 4th gear for a difficult left-hander. Both of them are very difficult because of the way the camber is. He's got traffic in front of him. I believe that might be Dave Whitehouse in front of him. Knocks it into 3rd gear. Now this is the tricky part, going down into the chicane, or 2 chicanes. You've got to brake here and then balance the throttle. You've got to blip the throttle through this section so the rear doesn't step out. Down to 2nd, which Scooby does absolutely brilliantly. Just let the car roll through off the camber through here and then back on the power there. Scooby upshifted a little late, which pushed him a bit wider out the corner. We go down into now the left-hander, which again, because of how cambered it is very difficult on the brake, especially at this stage in the race. And now he blasts off down the chase. Absolutely flat out through here. He's just gone past the take a point where I got past the Les before on the grass, which I'm terrified of. But as he comes up now towards the Pirelli Holden advertising board, he's already flashed his lights. He knows he's got the win. And I want to just point out that the Les is 5th and Lime Greasby is 6th. Has someone made a mistake? It's Royston, he's made a mistake.
It is, yes.
That's an absolute shame. But we cut back.
Yeah, because Scooby G out of Murray's corner. Flashes the lights. He's won here at round number 4, Bathurst. He wins down under. A very solid drive. Pretty much very little mistakes made. Here comes Jamie WRX. Crosses the line in seconds. Not going to get that to roll. Whitford 0 in 3rd. Good solid result that for Whitford. He needs that one for his championship.
Both good results. Jamie for his championship as well. He's going to have a bit of a gap now going into round 5. And we're up here with Fraser at the moment. And this might not have been a good race for Fraser in terms of his mistakes. And I think he dropped down to 7th at some stage during the race. But he's pulled it through. He's carried on and he's going to get 4th. And considering, I think that's a great result.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's managed to persist with it, and it's worked out quite nicely for him, really.
Line agrees, but he's up to 5th. Les has made a mistake.
Les making a mistake through the forest elbow.
Line agrees, but he could be on for his best result ever.
Royston coming out quick as well.
He's going to be there. He might as well have a gap. He's going to go past him.
Flying past him like a bullet. Oh, hello. Big roll.
Was there contact? Because Royston did cut in front of him. Was there contact?
Houston, the Les has a problem.
rejoins on.
Fraser has finished fourth. Line of Greasby.
Unbelievable result from Line of Greasby.
Driver of the day for me, Line of Greasby, on a pad. 5th place for him. Fantastic result. Royston in 6th. The Les is parked up.
We'll have to have a look at that, I suspect, because that looked like there was contact, and whether the positions need to be reversed as such, we'll find out.
Big roll though for the Les. Luckily, it looks like he's okay. Scooby G does take the win though, and 4 points actually, 22 that are on offer. He has no, he hasn't. Sorry, because Jamie took pole. So 21 for Scooby G. Jamie has reduced the deficit by taking the pole position, which is kind of almost crucial in this championship. Whitford 0 in 3rd with NGR Fraser 4th. Line of Greasby, what a great result by him in 5th place. Let's see, Line of Greasby, his best result. That's not his best result.
4th, sorry.
4th at Silverstone,
result, yeah.
season 6. Royston finishes 6th. The Les having a massive crash and 7th place. Webby's Johnny in 8th, Tim in 9th, and D Whitehouse 7. That's not a retirement. That is just him not doing very many laps. I don't know whether he parked it.
I think that's because he didn't reach the finish line as the countdown timer went off.
But what I'm looking at is he's only had 3 laps.
Are we looking at David here?
Yes. I can only see 3 laps. One Homofo retiring after 6 laps completed for him. So it'd be interesting to know what he'd done, whether he parked it up for a long time or something. But that's a bit of a weird one. But that's your finishing results, and now I'm gonna let Jack explain where we're going next week.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
And I'm not kidding you, that is genuinely, Jack does not know where we're going next week. Because I get to decide for everyone's misfortunes. Yep, next week is the commentator's curse. And I'm sure everyone is dreading the track that I may or may not pick. I mean, there's plenty to choose from. And I think I'll be doing some testing at some point, because I need to notify you of laps and rubbish. And that's in the M1 Pro car, if I remember.
It is.
It is, so even scarier times. Very fast cars on a track that no one's going to have any practice on, unless they decide to practice every layout of every track with a pit lane, which can be interesting. But do join us for next week, because that should create some fantastic action and potentially one of the most mixed races of the season.
Awesome.
But from the Group A1s and myself and Jack, who's unfortunately joined me, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
Thank you all for watching tonight. Join us for the Modern Touring Cars in about 5-10 minutes. That should be kicking off. Where are we tonight for the Modern Touring Cars? Can you remember, Jack?
Donington National.
Donington National. Oh, that's brilliant. British Touring Cars yesterday. Donington National for the Modern Touring Cars today. Good stuff. But yeah, join us for that one. But from me, Jack, and the Group A1s, thank you for watching tonight. Do join us next week and enjoy the rest of your evening.